everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Manpreet and I share videos every Monday and Thursday, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more. Today I wanted to share some habits that will be really important and beneficial for your well-being. We're still going through a pandemic, so I wanted to make this video as a little reminder to make sure you can check in with yourself. I like to focus on all of these habits to make sure I'm prioritizing my well-being. I don't do all of them in one day, but I focus on at least one of them every day. It's really important for me to have these pillars of well-being to make sure I can continue to practice self-love and self-care for myself and others around me as well. Regardless of anything that's going on in the world, it's always important to prioritize yourself. In my opinion, it's important to be grounded and know that you can find that inner peace within yourself before tackling anything external. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is movement. And for me, this has been the most important thing. I've been working from home and it's really hot, so I kind of avoid going for walks. But I've come to a point where my body is craving that movement. And this could be taking a walk, going for a run, doing some yoga, doing a home workout. Anything that gets you moving is so important, and it genuinely has an effect on your overall well-being. Movement is so important to get that stagnant energy moving through your body. If we don't move, we can feel really heavy or have a lot of mind fog, which won't allow us to have the day that we want. The next thing is to connect with people. Now, this could be physically if you can, but this is where technology has its perks. We have so many ways now to connect with our loved ones. We can play games with them, we can call them, we can see them from all across the world. And that's something to be grateful for, especially now when some of us might not be able to meet each other. Human beings are social beings. So take that time to connect with other people in any way you can. Next up is water. This is something that we all know we need every single day, but a lot of us don't have it. We can get lazy or we can simply just forget. So remember that our body is made up of 75% water, and if we continuously top it up with fresh water, the water will always remain at a clean state. But if we don't do that, it can have effects like giving us a headache, we can become dehydrated, and there's so many things that I'm sure you all know. So just take this as a reminder to pause the video and go and grab yourself some water. I like to have warm lemon water, and there's so many fun things that you can do to make water more exciting to drink. Next up is meditation. So slowing down and connecting with your senses is a huge part of wellness. Your body experiences so much from the day. You wake up and you most likely scroll through your phone, and that means you're already exposing yourself to thousands and thousands of different pieces of information within seconds or minutes of rising in the morning. And this is fine. If we have a lot of things to do, we do need to start as soon as we wake up, and if we have a busy day, it's important to utilize all of the time that we have while we're awake. But it's not fine when we let ourselves burn out. We need to recharge ourselves as well, and meditation is an amazing way to do that. So traditionally you meditate cross-legged, eyes closed, and you simply just be with your thoughts. But meditation can be done in so many different ways. You can do this by taking a walk with no distraction. You can sit on a chair. You can just sit for 5 minutes and close your eyes no matter what's going on around you. Get some noise cancelling earphones if you're in a loud environment. Or you can lie down with your legs up the wall, which has so many benefits and can be really calming for your nervous system too. Meditation is simply a reminder to allow all the thoughts to come and to go. Welcome all of the positive and negative thoughts and say goodbye to them as well. Next up is intuitive mindful eating. So I love food, in case you didn't know. I also try to focus on expressing gratitude for every single ingredient that is on my plate. And this is a really great way to express gratitude and slow down and actually connect with your food before you even eat it. Because if we actually think about every single ingredient that goes into our food, there's a lot, and there's a lot to be thankful for. So the next time you have a meal, take some time to think about each ingredient and where it came from and express gratitude to it all. I talk more about my experience with emotional eating, and I've made another video on that as well. But before you watch that, make sure you remember that every single person's journey is their own. Make sure that your needs are met, because like I said, every single person's journey is so different, and everyone has different needs and different mindsets and a different environment. So it's important to personalize everything in your life according to that. Next is making sure you spend some time on self-discovery and aligning yourself with your purpose. I think this is so important for well-being, because if we're not living a true life to ourselves, then we're not living a life of self-love. And this doesn't have to be a huge thing. This could be done through journaling, discovering yourself, making sure that your actions are aligned with what you believe, and also just talking to people and making sure you have people who hold you accountable if you're not doing something that's best for you. It's important to discuss your values, your morals, and your true truth, to discover your purpose and make sure all of the actions that you do in your daily life are aligned with those. Like I said, this is huge for well-being, because if we start to neglect what we truly believe in, then we're living a false life. And that can have a really negative effect on our well-being, because we'll start to feel really upset if we're not in a job that truly satisfies our purpose, or if we're part of a friendship group that also doesn't satisfy our truth or align with what we believe in. So it's important to just realize and become aware of all of the things around you that don't align with what you believe in, and start to take small steps to change that. Next is to create routines and only do what is essential. I talk about this in another video, and I'll leave that linked here and below. If you have a to-do list, only do the most important things, because we often end up adding so much to our to-do list that we know that we really don't need to do. And we can get really overwhelmed by this. So do what's essential. Make sure your routine is simple and effective, rather than making it really long and detailed, because that's a little bit unrealistic to start off with. It's something that you can build up towards, but to start off, keep it simple so it can be effective, and then add more things on into the future. I've also made a video on how to be disciplined, so when it comes to creating a routine, you can watch that video to get some more tips on that as well. Next thing is to surround yourself with happiness. Again, this doesn't have to be something big and expensive. It could be the most simple things in your life, but just start to notice them and make sure you have them as part of your daily routine. For example, it could be cooking your favorite meal, it could be scrapbooking, it could be painting, it could be just dancing around for 5 minutes every day. Once you can create that joy for yourself, then that's all that matters. Whatever brings you joy, do as much of that as you can. I like to spend some time on doing something creative, because I think it's so important to just know that I've done one thing that has brought me some joy. Even if I spend 2 minutes just gathering things for my scrapbook or doing some painting, it still brings me that satisfaction. So no matter how busy your day is, you can always find 2 minutes to do something that makes you happy. And last but definitely not least, I'm going to talk about journaling. So journaling is an amazing way to discover yourself. I've made so many videos on how to get started with journaling, with a few journaling prompts, so I'll leave those linked in the description box as well for you to check out. And that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips help you live a life of wellness. Sending you guys so much love, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I put out my next video. Bye.